All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jamming Sports on this Friday. We have an NFL doubleheader for you tonight. We'll kick things off with the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. The Panthers come in at 3-8. If the Panthers lose this game, they are mathematically eliminated from postseason play. The Broncos come in at 4-7. They are also in last place of their respective division. Panthers in the cellar in the NFC East, and the Broncos are in last place in the AFC West. But Denver still can get back in the AFC playoff picture if they can win out. So it's a must game for both teams. We'll have the Rams and the 49ers after this. We'll talk more about that when we get there. Let's take a look at the standings. Misty is 68-62, 6 games up, and she's taking the Broncos in this one. Gracie is 65-66, 1 game under, and she is taking the Panthers in this one. Penn and Getty is 12-15, 3 games back. Evil Dead is 85-70, 15 games over 500. And Kick and Uncle is 14-20, 6 games under 500. We'll find out who everyone else wants to pick here in just a second as we head out to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. For this one, it'll be the Panthers taking on the Broncos here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. It's the Panthers and the Broncos. And welcome in to another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Kick and Uncle's taking Denver. Penn and Getty wants the Broncosauruses, I guess. I guess that's a Bronco. We'll see who Evil Dead wants here in a second. There's the kickoff. Carolina will get the ball first from the 3-yard line. J.T. Franklin brings it back out to the 27-yard line, and Evil Dead is taking Denver as well. J.T. Franklin, the 6th-year receiver out of SMU. The Carolina offense will come on, led by Luke George, the 2nd-year quarterback out of Cal Berkeley. Gracie's the only one who's taking the Panthers. Everybody else is taking Denver. Overcast skies, about 53 degrees at kickoff here in Denver today. If the Panthers were to lose, they're out of the playoffs. That would eliminate Carolina from postseason play. George in the shotgun, 2 receivers on either side. George takes the snap, takes the handoff, throws outside, caught by Moore. That's the tight end, Jared Moore, in his 3rd year out of Notre Dame, out to the 33-yard line, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Panthers, Broncos, and then we'll have the Rams and the 49ers. We'll head out to Santa Clara after this one. 2nd and 4 from the 33-yard line. George in the shotgun.
Let's go. 3-19.
George draws back, throws near side, caught by Franklin, and J.T. Franklin across midfield down to the Bronco 42-yard line. It's a 25-yard gain for Franklin. Carlos Laws came up, made the tackle. 7th-year defensive back out of San Diego State. JT Franklin, the former Raider, spent 5 years with Oakland, now in his first season with the Panthers. 1st and 10, Carolina down to the Denver 42-yard line. Panthers come out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. George under center. George draws back, throws deep downfield, caught by Lee to the 25-yard line. That's Philip Lee, the second-year tight end out of Southern Miss. And that's going to be a 22-yard gain to Philip Lee. And that'll be a Carolina first down. Jackie Pierce on the tackle, the linebacker, in his 3rd year out of Notre Dame. First and 10 for the Panthers now. Their opening possession. Good drive so far. Down to the Bronco 25. 4 wide. George under center. George hands off to Darryl Holt. His first carry gets him to the 24-yard line, a gain of a yard. Here's the Carolina offense. Up front, Benjamin, Vincent, Alford, Beasley, and Crawford. And then it's Quick, Dixon, Holt, Moore, and Cunningham. Gain of a yard to be 2nd and 9 for the Panthers at the Bronco 24-yard line. Carolina comes out. 4 receivers set wide. George in the shotgun. George takes the snap, throws deep, caught by Franklin, down to the 12. A 12-yard gain and a Carolina first down. And the Broncos, we have an injury timeout. Vincent got shaken up. Actually, that's one of the Carolina players. That's their left guard, Antonio Vincent, injured on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the Denver 12-yard line on an overcast day here in Denver. Panthers come out in the offset eye. George under center. George fakes the handoff, throws deep, caught wide open. Jared Moore, touchdown, Carolina. A 12-yard touchdown catch by Jared Moore. The 3rd-year tight end out of Notre Dame. He was wide open in the back of the end zone. And the Panthers take a 6-0 lead as they take the opening kickoff and march down the field and get a touchdown. Something I was looking at this Thanksgiving week, there's been a lot of upsets. A ton of upsets. Chris Jackson for the point after. Kick is up. And it's good. Panthers lead at 7-0. 6:04 left to play. Here in the first quarter. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. I mean, let's just go through the schedule. Now, Green Bay over Detroit, that was a slight upset. Detroit was favored. But the Falcons over the Cowboys, upset. Raiders over the Dolphins, upset. Patriots over the Bills, upset. Pittsburgh beating Cleveland, that was good. The Ravens over the Bengals, upset. Saints beating the Bears, I got that one. The Colts over the Jets, upset. And the Eagles over the Chiefs, upset. A lot of upsets this week. Carolina will kick off. Chris Jackson will kick. This will be fielded about 2 yards deep. Samson DeCarva over the 20. And DeCarva out to the 27-yard line, and that's where Denver will take over. DeCarva in his 7th year out of Missouri. Starting quarterback for your Denver Broncos. Kyle Adams in his 6th year out of Oklahoma State. Six minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, Penn and Getty, and Kick and Uncle here tonight. Fridays are kind of like Thursdays. You never know what you're going to get viewer-wise. On 1st and 10, everybody's in tight. Adams under center. Adams looking, throws, and it's caught by DeCarva. Diving catch out to the 47-yard line, a gain of 20. And that'll be a Denver first down. Full extension for Samson DeCarva. First down. All right, give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. I had to get up for a second. 1st and 10 for the Broncos now at their own 47-yard line. 4 wide, Adams under center. Hands off to Lattimore. And that's Perry Lattimore, the 8th year back out of Appalachian State. Here's the Denver offense. Up front, Andre, Sparks, Barton, Fitzgerald, and Elliott. And then it's DeCarva, Miles, Lattimore, Vaughn, and Cruz. Gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Broncos at their own 48-yard line. Here at the foot of the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado, which sits at 5,280 feet above sea level. On 2nd and 9, Adams in the gun. Adams looking, throws, caught by DeCarva, and DeCarva to the 44-yard line. They cross midfield. 8-yard gain, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Broncos. Denver at 5,280 feet, but Mexico City sits over 1,000 feet higher. Did you know that? They're almost at 7,000 feet. Kyle Adams, 3rd and 1. Adams, play action, rolls out, throws, caught by Vaughn. And Zach Vaughn, the tight end, out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 yards, and that'll be a Bronco first down. Zach Vaughn, the 3rd-year tight end out of Oregon State. Tackle made by number 93, Damian Griffey, the 6th-year defensive end out of Penn State. First and 10 for Carolina. Everybody in tight. Adams under center. Adams, play action. Watch out. He gets sacked back at the 49-yard line. And that's going to be a loss of 7 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 17. As we watch the replay, Griffey got in there once again on the sack. 3:50 left in the first quarter. Panthers lead at 7-0. Denver comes out. 5 wide, empty backfield. Adams in the shotgun. Adams looking, throws, caught underneath by Zach Vaughn to the 41-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 8 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 9. Wade Sullivan came up, made the tackle. 6th-year linebacker out of Michigan. And the Broncos now face a 3rd and 9 from the Panther 41-yard line. Carolina up 7-0. Adams in the shotgun on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Adams looking, throws, and incomplete. Looking for Lattimore out of the backfield. He was overthrown. It'll be 4th down. And the Broncos, well, this would be a 58-yard field goal. I don't think you want to try that. Well, they're going to bring Beasley out. They're going to punt. Sam Beasley gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline, puts it out of bounds at the 13. And that's where Carolina will have it, 1st and 10. 3:05 left to play here in the first quarter. Here at Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado, Week 12. Here at Jammin' Sports. So the Panthers got a touchdown on their opening drive, and Denver had to punt. And now this will be Carolina's second possession. Rams 49ers up after this. Panthers come out. 4 receivers set wide. George in the shotgun. George drops back, throws, caught by Cunningham, out to the 29-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. John Cunningham. First down, Panthers. Next game, you got the Rams. Kill 49ers. All right. I think a lot of people are going to take the Rams. But before you blindly take the Rams, I know they're 10-1, but there is a stat to consider, and I'll share it right after this. 1st and 10, Panthers at their own 29-yard line. George in the shotgun. George looking. George steps up, throws, caught by Franklin, and J.T. Franklin out to the 45-yard line. They cross midfield. It's a gain of 26 yards. In the game coming up, the last time the LA Rams beat the San Francisco 49ers at Levi's Stadium, it was all the way back in sim season number 25. Think about that. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. That's 16 seasons. Unless I counted wrong. 1st and 10, George to Holt. 11 seasons. Let's take a look at the Carolina or the Bronco defense. I'll get it right. They play a 3-4. Manning, Fuller, and Maxwell up front. Linebackers, Spencer, Pierce, Walker, and Bullock. And the secondary, Cameron, Battle, Benjamin, and Laws. The Rams have lost 11 straight times at Levi's Stadium. They haven't won there since sim season 25. But they're 10-1 with the best record. We'll see what happens. On 2nd and 7, George throws underneath to Jared Moore. And Moore out to the 33-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 9 yards and a Panther first down. That'll move the chains. Walker came up, made the tackle. Adam Walker, the linebacker, the rookie out of Baylor, on the tackle for Denver. 13 seasons. Let's see. Well, this is sim season. Well, okay. Give me a second. I'm just brain cramping today, left and right. 1st and 10 from the 33. George in the shotgun. George to Holt. And Holt loses 3 yards back to the 36. All right, I'll do it on my fingers. All right. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. That's 10. 36 last season. That's 11. It's 11. Loss of 3 yards, be 2nd and 13. Panthers come out, single back, everybody in tight. Evil Dead's right, 11 straight. George in the shotgun, hands off to Holt. And Darryl Holt to the 34-yard line. A gain of 2 yards, it'll be 3rd and 11. There you go, Evil Dead. Thank you for that. That's why Evil Dead is the best in the business. The director of information and pronunciation and bootage. 3rd and 11 for the Panthers, 5 wide. We're down to 12 seconds in the quarter. George looking. George throws deep, caught by Quick down to the 4-yard line, a 30-yard gain. And that's the end of the first quarter. Panthers lead it 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. We go to the second quarter here in Week 12. The Panthers lead the Broncos 7-0. Carolina tried to stave off elimination from the playoffs. They have to win today or they are done. They'll still have to play their final 4 games, but they'll be out of the playoffs. It'll be first and goal for the Panthers at the Bronco 4-yard line. Luke George under center. George looking, in trouble now. Manages to dump it off as he got spun around, incomplete. It'll be second and goal. Yeah, the last time the Rams won at San Francisco, it was the NFC Championship game for sim season number 25. Second and goal from the 4-yard line, and the Rams went on to win the Super Bowl. George on second and goal tries to hand off to Dupree. Israel Dupree right up the middle, income, no good. Actually lost a couple of yards back to the 4-yard line. It'll be third and goal. Adam Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. Third and goal from the 4-yard line. Panthers come out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. George drops back. George looking. George rolls out to the near side. And George is going to take off. And he gets ran out of bounds at the 7-yard line by the aforementioned Adam Walker. A loss of 3. It'll be fourth and goal back at the 7. And the Panthers will have to kick a field goal. It'll still put Carolina up by 2 scores. But all that being said about the Rams and the 49ers, I'd be putting my money on the Rams also. 49ers are 4-7. The Rams are 10-1. Field goal time, Chris Jackson. This will be from 24 yards to put the Panthers up by 10. The kick is up, and it's good. Panthers lead at 10-0. 7:13 left to play here in the first half. Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Let's take a look at who they play next week. Carolina will host the Cowboys next week. Denver will be at Cleveland next week. That's who they play. $7:13 left to play here in the first half. There's the kickoff by Jackson from the goal line. Manning brings it back out over the 15, 20, 25. And on the return, Mike Manning, the rookie out of Boston College, out to the 28-yard line. Broncos down 10-0. Let's see if they can get back in this game. On any given Sunday is right. The Rams' only loss was to the Redskins, and the Rams played a crappy game that night, and that was a home game for the Rams. Redskins just got out to an early lead and didn't look back. But all the other games, other than the Lions game, the Rams pretty much have blown everybody out. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. Adams under center. Adams hands off to Lattimore, and Perry Lattimore to the 29, gains a yard. Tackled by Mike Willis, the rookie linebacker out of Washington. And that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Want to give you a heads up, I'll be off tomorrow. Will not be here tomorrow. We'll be back on Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern with a triple header. We'll wrap up week 12 on Sunday. 2nd and 9. Lattimore tries to get outside, and he gets taken down for a 1-yard loss back to the 28. Andrews on the tackle. Elijah Andrews in his 3rd year out of Arizona State. Yeah, use the Pats practice squad. Third and 11. Broncos now from their own 28-yard line. 3 to the near side. Adams in the shotgun.
Here we go. What? 90.
Adams fakes the handoff. Adams throws deep, caught by Cruz out to the 45-yard line. 27 yards to Colt Cruz, the 12th year receiver out of Texas. All 12 years with the Broncos. He's one of your long shot players for Madden 18. Along with Devin Wade, who plays for the Seahawks now. And that'll be a Bronco first down. They're into Carolina territory. Broncos trying to get back in the game. Yep, no games on Sunday. Or Saturday, excuse me. First and 10 for the Broncos. Adams under center.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Adams fakes the handoff. Adams throws deep and caught by Cruz. What a pass by Adams. He threaded a needle. And Cruz down to the 14-yard line, a gain of 31 yards. And a Denver first down. Look at this pass. Right on the money. Kyle Adams in his 6th year out of Oklahoma State, mostly as a backup. He was a backup for the Cardinals the last 2 seasons when I was using the Cardinals. Will Howard, he was Will Howard's backup. Howard's now on the Patriots. And Adams got picked up by the Broncos and won the starting job. First and 10 from the 14-yard line of Carolina. Broncos come out in the eye. Adams under center. Adams hands off to Lattimore. And Lattimore picks up a yard to the 13-yard line. And that will bring up 2nd and 9. Gates on the tackle. Dwayne Gates, 6th-year linebacker out of Arizona, just regular Arizona. 2nd and 9 from the 13-yard line. A little bit of sun on the field now. Adams under center. Adams hands off to Miles this time, the fullback. Actually, that's Lee Miles, the 4th-year back out of Auburn. Gets down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for Denver. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. That's right. Triple header. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. And all 3 games should be good. It'll be the Seahawks and the Chargers. Big game in the AFC West. Giants, Redskins, a battle for first in the NFC East. And then the Buccaneers and the Vikings, both fighting for a playoff spot. 3rd and 2 from the 7. Adams looking, throws to the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for John Barksdale, the 3rd-year receiver out of Arkansas. Wade Sullivan, the linebacker, breaks up the pass. It'll be 4th down. And the Broncos are going to have to settle for a field goal. Braden Oliver will come on, the 2nd-year kicker out of Utah. This will be a 24-yard field goal attempt coming up to get Denver on the scoreboard. Braden Oliver from 24 yards. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. Denver's on the board, but the Panthers still lead at 10-3. 4:05 left to play. Here in the 2nd quarter, live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Denver will kick off now. Sam Beasley, the punter, does the kickoff duties. For late November, it's kind of warm here in Denver today. Now the sun's back out. There's the kick. This will be fielded at the 2-yard line by J.T. Franklin out over the 20. And Franklin out to the 28-yard line. And that's where the Panthers will take over, 1st and 10. With 4:01 remaining. Luke George, the 2nd-year quarterback out of Cal Berkeley. Had a rough rookie year And to be honest, the Panthers are having a rough sophomore season for George. Only 3-8, but they're winning here. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. George in the shotgun. George hands off to Holt, and Daryl Holt up the middle, and Daryl Holt breaking tackles all the way out to the 45-yard line. A 17-yard gain for Daryl Holt, and that'll be a Carolina first down. The 11th year back out of Maryland, Daryl Holt. Carlos Laws on the tackle. 7th year defensive back out of San Diego State. First and 10 for the Panthers at their own 45-yard line. Up 10-3. Carolina comes out. George in the shotgun. George going to take it himself, a quarterback keeper. He's got the first down, and George, who is very tall, gets down to about the Bronco 45, but a flag is down. This may be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask on the Broncos. David Fuller tack on 15 more yards. Luke George,
First down.
he's just about 6'6", and goes about 245 to 250. I mean, he's a load. He's like a linebacker playing quarterback back there. That's how big he is. That'll push the ball down to the 26-yard line following the face mask penalty. First and 10 for the Panthers. Carolina trying to make it a 2-score game again. George in the shotgun. George hands off to Holt. And Daryl Holt again, this time down to the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. Jeff Benjamin on the tackle. 7th year safety out of Ohio State. And that'll bring up 2nd and 6. Under 3 minutes left in the first half. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Panthers at the Bronco 22. George draws back. George throws and caught by Cunningham. John Cunningham down to the 7, a gain of 15. And that'll be another Carolina first down. Cunningham, the 5th year receiver out of Oregon. Tackle made by Parker Cameron, number 22, in his 9th year out of Oklahoma State. First and goal from the 7-yard line. Sun back behind the clouds again. 3 wide to the far side. George in the gun. George looking, throws, back of the end zone, too far. Looking for J.T. Franklin. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 2:10 left in the half. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7. On 2nd and goal, Luke George under center. George hands off to Holt once again, and Daryl Holt to the 1. A gain of 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Jeff Benjamin, the safety, came up, made the tackle. And now we go to the 2-minute warning. Panthers up 10-3 here at Gem Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. 2 minutes left. Panthers lead at 10-3. Here in the first half, it'll be 3rd and goal for the Panthers at the Bronco 1-yard line. Carolina trying to go up by 2 scores once again. Everybody in tight on 3rd down. George hands off to Dupree, and Israel Dupree does not get in, and the Broncos take a timeout. It'll be 4th down. Actually a loss of a yard. It'll be 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. And now Chris Jackson will come on, and this will be a 19-yard field goal attempt to put the Panthers back up by 10. Denver took a timeout there to conserve time. They want to get the ball back and score again before halftime. Denver will get the second half kickoff. And now the 19-yard field goal attempt by Chris Jackson. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Panthers lead it by 10, 13-3. 1:54 left to play here in the first half. Here at Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. We'll be heading out to Levi's Stadium, Santa Clara, California after this. It'll be the Rams and the 49ers. The second half of our Friday night doubleheader. We don't get to play on Friday nights very often because during football season and basketball season on the radio, we normally have games on Friday night. But we're not in those yet. In fact, we're out of the sports season. Kickoff goes to Manning at the 3-yard line, and Mike Manning brings it out to the 31-yard line. First down, Broncos. My Friday nights will remain free until the week of the fair. I won't be on that Friday. But then after that, about midway through August, when football starts back up again. First and 10, Denver. 1:50 left in the half. The Broncos down by 10. They'll start from their own 31-yard line. Broncos come out. 4 wide. Adams in the shotgun. Adams looking. Adams throws deep downfield. Caught by DeCarva. And Samson DeCarva out to the 45. It's a 24-yard gain. Broncos in the hurry-up. Trying to conserve on time. Adams in the gun. Adams looking. Throws deep. Caught by DeCarva again. Down to the 28. Gain of 17 more. First down, Broncos. Denver is striking quickly, trying to get back in this game. They're saying, we want to score before halftime. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. Broncos come out. 3 to the far side. Adams in the shotgun. Coming up on a minute left in the half. Adams looking. Adams steps up. Adams in trouble now. Throws. Caught by Cruz. Coming across, a gain of 14. Down to the 14-yard line. First and 10. And the Broncos take a timeout. They have 1 left here in the first half. 57 seconds left until halftime. Between games, I'm going to reset the internet. We haven't done that in a while. So it'll be about 10 minutes between games tonight instead of about 5. A little extra time. It's always good to reset your internet every week or so. First and 10 from the 14-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Adams in the shotgun. Adams looking, throws. It's nearly picked off. Wade Sullivan, the linebacker, in his 6th year out of Michigan, nearly picked that one off. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. The intended receiver was Xavier Restrepo in his 3rd year out of Miami. Well, they're lucky that wasn't picked. First and 10, or actually 2nd and 10 for the Broncos at the Carolina 14-yard line. They come out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Adams in the shotgun. Adams throws near side, caught by Zach Vaughn. Vaughn picks up 2 yards down to the 12-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. Mike Willis on the tackle, rookie linebacker out of Washington. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Broncos from the Carolina 12-yard line. Clock is moving. 33 seconds. Denver holding on to the timeout. 3 to the far side. Adams in the shotgun on 3rd and 8. Down to 22 seconds. Adams draws back. Adams steps up. Throws. Caught by DeCarva. And DeCarva down to the 2. A gain of 10. As Denver calls a timeout. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2 with 14 seconds left. The Broncos are now out of timeouts. Denver can pull to within 3 with a touchdown. Misty is working tonight, delivering pizzas. And Grace is in the bedroom listening to K-pop. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Kyle Adams, the quarterback, under center. Adams looking. Adams throws, caught by Restrepo. Touchdown, Broncos. A 2-yard touchdown catch by Xavier Restrepo, 3rd-year receiver out of the University of Miami. And the Broncos make it a 1-possession game again. Now down 13-9 with the extra point coming. Braden Oliver for the point after. The kick is up. And it's good. Panthers lead us now 13-10 with 11 seconds left in the half. And the Broncos get the second half kickoff. They can get a 2-for-1. Kick and Uncle's happy. Boy, what's going on? Kick and Uncle, 3 games in a row, picking the same team as Evil Dead. That's a sign of the apocalypse, I think. One of the signs. I'll look it up. So Denver will kick off with 11 seconds left in the half. Not a whole lot of time for the Panthers to do anything. Kick by Beasley. A yard deep. JT Franklin out over the 20. And Franklin to the 25-yard line. First down, Panthers. 8 seconds left. See if Carolina just takes a knee, goes to the locker room. Or just do a give-up play, like I like to call it. Carolina comes out. Well, they're going to run a play. They have everybody in tight, though. Single back. George in the shotgun. George hands off to Dupree. And Israel Dupree to the 31. And they're just going to let the time run out. Halftime. Halftime score. Carolina 13, Denver 10. Here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. We go to the third quarter. It's been a pretty good game. Panthers lead it 13-10 over the Broncos. Both teams desperate in need of a win, especially Carolina. If they lose, they are eliminated from the postseason. They're 3-8 right now. Denver 4-7. They need to win to get back in the AFC playoff picture. Chris Jackson will kick off for the Panthers to start the third quarter. From the 2-yard line, Mike Manning over the 15, 20, 25, and Manning to the 31-yard line. Kick and Uncle says, "Go Broncos." Everybody took the Broncos but Gracie. Kyle Adams comes back out. His first year as a starting quarterback has been a mixed bag, but he's a lot better than Braxton Brown, who was the Broncos quarterback last season. He was just god-awful. Braxton Brown is still the backup, though. 1st and 10. Adams in the shotgun, 4 wide. Adams hands off to Lattimore, and Perry Lattimore to the 35, a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Wade Sullivan on the tackle for Carolina. Broncos can tie it up with a field goal, take the lead with a touchdown. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Denver. 4 receivers set wide. Adams in the shotgun. Adams looking, throws, caught by DeCarva. And DeCarva to the 40-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 1. It's been a funny season for the Broncos, as they started the season. I'm thinking they started 2-0. Trying to find it. On 3rd and 1 in the I formation, Adams hands off to Lattimore, and Lattimore to the 41-yard line. Close to the marker, no. He'll be shy. 4th and inches as Norton makes the tackle. Trevor Norton, the 2nd-year defensive tackle out of Missouri. Yeah, Denver started 2-1, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm wrong. They started 1-2. I was going to make a point, but there's no point to make. I thought they started 2-0. Sam Beasley back to punt, gets the punt away. And that's going to drop inside the 10 and be down at the 7-yard line. Nice punt by Beasley. 7th-year punter out of Missouri. In Carolina, still up by a score of 13-10. Will have the ball deep in their own end. Luke George will come back out. 2nd-year quarterback out of Cal Berkeley. The California Golden Bears. First and 10 Panthers from the 7-yard line. George in the shotgun. George hands off to Darrell Holt, tries to get outside, loses 3 yards. Manning, Dante Manning, the 7th-year defensive end out of UCLA, comes around and makes the tackle. And that'll bring up 2nd and 13 for the Panthers. Denver has 2 players named Manning, a wide receiver, Mike, and a defensive end, Dante. 2nd and 13 from the 4-yard line. George under center. George hands off to Israel Dupree, and Dupree gets 2 yards out to the 6-yard line. Dupree, the rookie out of Southern Miss. Walker on the tackle, the linebacker, Adam Walker, the rookie out of Baylor. It'll be 3rd and 11 for Carolina at their own 6. 5:42 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Panthers up 13-10. 4 wide. George in the gun. George from his end zone. Looking. Steps up. And now George will tuck and run and fumbles. And the Broncos recover. Dante Manning recovers the loose football as Luke George coughs it up. Who made the hit? The hit was made by the defensive back, the safety, Austin Boyce, the rookie out of Tennessee. Managed to strip that ball away. And now Denver with a chance now to take the lead. They're down 13-10. Broncos trying to take their first lead of the game. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the Carolina 13-yard line. 5.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. An interesting turn of events. Broncos come out 4 wide. George under center. Or Adams, excuse me. Adams Throws, caught by Lattimore. And Perry Lattimore back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Actually, a loss of a yard, they say now. Eric O'Neal, the safety, in his 9th year out of Colorado State on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Broncos. A field goal would tie it up. Denver trying to take advantage of the fumble recovery deep in Panther territory. Clock is moving, 5:10 and counting. On 2nd and 11. Denver comes out 4 wide. Adams under center, single back. Adams hands off to Lattimore. He gets hit for a 2-yard loss. Tackle made by Damian Griffey, the 6th-year defensive end out of Penn State. Gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 12 at the 15-yard line. Actually, it's a loss of a yard. My bad. From the 15, 4 wide. Adams in the shotgun. Everybody in tight, though. Adams looks. Adams throws down the middle. Nearly picked off. Broken up by Mike Willis, the rookie linebacker out of Washington. Looking for Samson DeCarva across the middle. It'll be 4th down. And Denver will have to settle for a field goal. Braden Oliver will come on to try to tie the game up. This will be a 32-yard field goal attempt coming up for the Broncos to tie the game. 4.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. So Oliver from 32 yards. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. We're tied at 13. 4:26 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Panthers 13, Broncos 13. Rams at 49ers up next. We'll be off tomorrow, and then on Sunday we'll have a triple header starting at 6 o'clock Eastern to wrap up the week. Oliver kicks off for the Broncos. From the 2-yard line, JT Franklin over the 20, 25. Franklin around the outside and gets taken down at around the 35-yard line, but a flag is down. This might be a face, but no, block in the back.
Return team.
On Lee Lewis. And that's going to back it up. And Carolina is showing the 28. Yep, they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Panthers come out in the offset eye. George under center. Weathers in motion, the fullback. George, play action. Throws downfield and caught by Cunningham down to the 42-yard line. John Cunningham on the catch for Carolina. It's going to be a gain of 14 yards and a Carolina 1st down. Parker Cameron on the tackle, the defensive back. Four minutes and counting here in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 13. Panthers come out 4 wide, 3 to the near side. George under center, more in motion, the tight end. George to Holt, and Darryl Holt, no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Jackie Pierce, the linebacker, on the tackle in his 3rd year out of Notre Dame. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line. Carolina comes out, 2 backs in the backfield. George in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Hands off to Holt. Gets outside, turns back inside, and gets out to the 50. A gain of 8, and that'll bring up 3rd and 2. Clock continues to move as we're coming up on 3 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. On third down, the Panthers come out right at midfield. They come out in the I formation. George fakes the handoff. George throws deep downfield, caught by Weathers. A 4-yard gain to the 46-yard line. That's the fullback, Thomas Weathers, in his 9th year out of Bethune-Cookman. Jackie Pierce on the tackle for the Broncos, but that's going to be a Carolina first down into Bronco territory. Coming up on 2.5 minutes left in the third. 1st and 10, Carolina. At the Denver 46, 4 wide. George under center.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Moore in motion. George to Holt. And Darryl Holt plows forward to the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Adam Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle for Denver. Under 2 minutes left now in the third. Panthers come out in the offset I. George under center. George to Holt. And Darryl Holt is going to lose a yard back to the 41-yard line. Jackie Pierce came up, made the tackle, the linebacker. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Carolina at the Bronco 41. A minute 30 left in the third quarter. Big third down for the Panthers and a tie ball game. 3rd and 5 from the Bronco 41. George in the shotgun. George looks. George throws and incomplete. Broken up by Parker Cameron. JT Franklin, the intended receiver. It'll be 4th down, and the Panthers are going to have to punt. Well, they're going to try a field goal instead. This will be a 58-yard field goal attempt by Chris Jackson in his 2nd year out of Tennessee. Kick is up, and that's a line drive kick, no good. And now the Broncos are going to get the ball at their own 48-yard line with 1:12 left to play in the third quarter. We're tied at 13. Broncos are going to get some excellent field position. Kyle Adams comes back out to lead the Bronco offense. Let's see what Denver can do on this drive. Broncos come out on 1st and 10, 3 to the near side. Adams in the shotgun.
Let's go. What?
Adams hands off to Lattimore up the middle, and Lattimore making his way out to the 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Eric O'Neill on the tackle, the safety. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. We're tied at 13. 2nd and 1 for the Broncos.
Let's go.
At the Panther 43, Adams to Miles, picks up the first down. And Miles picks up 4 to the 39-yard line. Lee Miles, 4th year back out of Auburn, first down, Denver. The Broncos have never led, but they're on the move. Down to 25 seconds in the third quarter. First and 10 Broncos from the Carolina 39-yard line. They come out 4 wide. Adams in the shotgun, single back. Adams hands off to Lattimore up the middle, and Lattimore picks up the first down to the 26, a gain of 13. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We're tied at 13 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. We go to the fourth quarter. We got a good one here, the Broncos and Panthers. Both teams fighting for their playoff lives. Tied at 13 as we start quarter number 4. First and 10 Broncos at the Carolina 26-yard line. As I said before, the Broncos trying to get their first lead of the game. They're in field goal range. Adams under center. Adams hands off to Lattimore around the outside, and Perry Lattimore breaking tackles and steps out of bounds at the 16. A gain of 9 officially, be 2nd and 1. Stops the clock for the moment. Perry Lattimore, the second oldest of the 4 Lattimore brothers. Second and 1 for the Broncos at the Panthers 16. They come out in the offset eye. Adams under center. Randall in motion. Adams to Lattimore again. And Lattimore full speed ahead to the 13-yard line. A gain of 3, and he'll pick up a first down. Coming over to make the tackle, number 96. That's Martin Gates, the 4th-year defensive tackle out of Cal Berkeley. First and 10 Broncos at the Panther 13-yard line. Denver comes out 4 wide. Adams in the shotgun. First and 10. Adams looking, throws, and it's batted down. They're lucky that wasn't picked off. Eric O'Neill bats it down, the safety. Homecoming for him today. Eric O'Neill went to Colorado State. Right up the road here from Denver. Second and 10 for the Broncos at the Panther 13-yard line. 7:14 left in regulation. Adams in the shotgun. Adams looks. Adams fires. I think he got bumped as he threw there. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10. And that'll briefly stop the clock with 7:11 left. Third and 10 for Denver. They got to get down to the 3 for a first down. Adams under center. Adams hands off to Lattimore, and Lattimore gets bowled over for a loss of a yard. Leading the charge, number 94, Trevor Norton, the defensive tackle, in his 2nd year out of Missouri. And now Denver will try a field goal. This will be a 31-yard attempt for the Broncos. Braden Oliver. Gracie's here. Say hi, Gracie. There you go. Braden Oliver from 31 yards to give the Broncos their first lead of the day. The kick is up, and it's good. Broncos lead it 16-13, 6:40 left in regulation here at Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado, as she gives the thumbs up. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Mom is still out delivering pizzas. She's out delivering the pizza pies, making that big money. Denver will kick off. Sam Beasley will kick. Kick and Uncle says hi. Say hi to Kick It. There you go. There's the kickoff. From the 1 yard line, JT Franklin over the 20. 25 and Franklin to the 29 yard line. Panthers down by 3, 6:37 left. Let's see if the Panthers offense can get a drive going here. They have time. They're only down by 3. Panthers offense led by Luke George, second-year quarterback out of the University of California, Berkeley. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. George in the shotgun. George draws back. George throws, dumps it off to Darryl Holt. And Holt to the 34, a gain of 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. Dante Manning on the tackle for the Broncos. 2nd and 5. 5 wide for Carolina. George in the shotgun, empty backfield. George looking, throws deep down the middle, caught by Jared Moore out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 7, and that'll be a Panther first down. Under 6 minutes to play now, 5:53 and counting. Carolina on the move. Boyce came up, made the tackle. Austin Boyce, the safety. 1st and 10 Panthers now from their own 41-yard line. They come out 5 wide, empty backfield. George in the shotgun, 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39.
George looks. George throws near side, caught by Franklin. And JT Franklin to the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, it'll be 2nd and 5. .5:21 and counting. Kendall Battle came up, made the tackle for the Broncos. 2nd and 5, Carolina from their own 46. Coming up on 5 minutes left. 5 wide, empty backfield. George looking. Throws, caught by Moore, and Jared Moore out to the 49. It's going to be a gain of 4 to the Bronco 49-yard line and bring up 3rd and inches as Jackie Pierce, the linebacker, makes the tackle. So Carolina faces a big 3rd down here. 3rd and inches from the Denver 49. In the offset eye, George under center. George fakes the handoff, looking, rolls out. He's going to take off, and Luke George bouncing off a Bronco, fumbles, and who comes up with it? The Panthers do. And they get a first down when it's all said and done, out to the 47-yard line. Jackie Pierce, well, he bounced off of him. Okay, he would have been down anyway. Coming in to make the tackle, number 53, Walter Spencer, the 11th-year linebacker out of Oregon. He would have been down. They might go ahead and take a look at this. It might affect where the ball is spotted. Let's see what they... Nope, no review. 1st and 10. 2 backs in the backfield. George in the shotgun between them. George looking. Throws deep. Caught by Anderson. Down to the 28. A gain of 19. Kendall Anderson, the 2nd-year receiver out of Iowa. Tackle made by Jaron Hill, the rookie defensive back out of Ole Miss. Yep, pretty much their evil dig. You're right. 1st and 10. And now the Panthers are in field goal range. They can tie this one up, but they're looking for the lead. 1st and 10 from the Bronco 28-yard line. 4 receivers wide. George in the shotgun. George looking, throws outside to Holt. Turns upfield. Darryl Holt down to the 9-yard line. A gain of 19 for Darryl Holt. Caught the pass out of the backfield. Andrews came over, made the tackle. That's Connor Andrews, the rookie defensive back out of Texas. And that'll be a first down for the Panthers. First and goal from the 9. 3:32 left. Carolina comes out in the offset eye. George under center. George hands off to Dupree. Israel Dupree. His forward progress down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7. Bullock came up, made the tackle. John Bullock, the 2nd-year linebacker out of Baylor. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Carolina comes out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. George under center. George drops back, throws, caught by Franklin, and he dropped it. Incomplete. It was broken up by Andrews. Connor Andrews broke up that pass. Franklin couldn't hold on. He would have scored. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. 2:57 left in regulation. Panthers come out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. George under center. George drops back, looking, throws, caught by Franklin, touchdown. Panthers is the very same play. A 7-yard touchdown catch by J.T. Franklin. And the Panthers retake the lead 19-16 with 2:53 remaining. It's a nice drive by Carolina to retake the lead. Kicker Uncle says, boo. Chris Jackson for the point after. And it's good. Panthers lead by 4. 20-16 with 2:53 left. That's going to force Denver to get a touchdown now if they want to win this game. A field goal does them no good. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado, Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Carolina will host Dallas next week. The Broncos will be at Cleveland. The Browns have already been eliminated from the playoffs. And now Chris Jackson will kick off. From the goal line, DeCarva over the 15, 20, 25. Samson DeCarva, a nice return out to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 Denver. 2:49 remains. They'll start from their own 34-yard line. Kyle Adams comes back out. His number's on the day. Rams 49ers up next. We'll head out to Santa Clara, California for that one. First and 10 from the 34-yard line. Denver comes out, everybody in tight. Adams on the shotgun. Adams looks downfield, steps up. He's going to tuck and run. And Kyle Adams picks up the first down out to the 45, a gain of 11. Making the tackle, number 30, Everett McCleskey, in his 4th year out of Akron. First and 10 from the 45-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
Adams in the gun. A back on the other side. Adams looking. Adams throws. Caught by Lattimore on the sideline. Good for 3 yards out to the 48. It'll be 2nd and 7, and he stops the clock with 2:10 remaining. The clock will probably run here. I'm not sure if they will. No, it doesn't. They're going to wait till the play gets snapped. We're inside 5 minutes. That's why. 4 wide. Adams in the shotgun. 2nd and 7. Adams looking. Adams throws downfield, and it's nearly picked off by Everett McCleskey, the 4th-year defensive back out of Akron. Boy, that would have been a pick six. The intended receiver was Marcus Branch in his 6th year out of Troy. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning now. 3rd and 7. Denver comes out at their own 48. 5 receivers set wide. Adams in the gun.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
Adams looking, throws, and it's incomplete. He threw into kind of a small crowd down there. Incomplete. Wade Sullivan, the linebacker, breaks up the pass to bring up 4th down. And at this point in the game, the Broncos will probably go for it. 2:02 on the clock. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning here. You would think in this location they'd go for it, and they are. Broncos are going to go for it on 4th and 7 from their own 48-yard line. Adams in the shotgun. Adams draws back. Adams steps up, throws deep, going for it all, and it's incomplete as we hit the 2-minute warning. Panthers up 20-16 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. We're at the 2-minute warning. Panthers lead it 20-16. And how the Broncos get a first down? It was 4th down a moment ago. They're showing the Broncos. No, okay, that was just a glitch. 1st and 10, Carolina at the Denver 48-yard line. They come out in the offset eye. George to Dupree. And Israel Dupree, no gain, as the Panthers keep it on the ground. Denver takes a timeout. They have 2 left. If Carolina can pick up a first down here, it'd pretty much end the game. Carolina hanging on to a 20-16 lead. Everybody's going to get this one wrong except for Gracie. She's the only one who took Carolina. .150 left. Broncos desperately need to get a stop here. Carolina comes out, everybody in tight. George under center.
Here we go.
George hands off to Dupree. Around the outside, Israel Dupree to the 41, a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 3 as the Broncos take their second timeout. And now this is huge right here. If Carolina can pick this up, it'd pretty much end the game. 3rd and 3 for the Panthers at the Bronco 41-yard line. Rams 49ers up next. I'll reset the internet after the second game's over. I don't need to do it between games. I'm good. Don't want you to wait longer than you have to. 3rd and 3 from the 41-yard line. Carolina comes out in the I formation. George hands off to Dupree, and Dupree will not get there. Picks up 2. It'll be 4th and 1. Making the stick, coming up to make the tackle. Well, I didn't see it. but a nice defensive play for Denver. It'll be 4th down. The Broncos take their final timeout. And now Carolina will punt. If you're Carolina, don't try a field goal here. Punt. Pin them deep. This would be a 56-yard field goal. You don't want to do that. Not when you're up by 4 already. They're going to try a 56-yard field goal. Chris Jackson. It'll put the Panthers up by 7 if he makes it. The kick is up, and that one's no good. Now you've given the Broncos great field position at their own 46-yard line. The Panthers have given the Broncos a gift with 1:36 left. They've given the Broncos a short field. They still need a touchdown, though. Down 20-16, 1:36 remaining. Can Denver pull this one off? Now keep in mind, the Broncos have never led in this game. Actually, they did 16-13 at one point. My bad. Adams looking. Adams throws. Caught by Lattimore. And Lattimore to the 45. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Denver in the hurry up. They have no timeouts. Adams in the shotgun on 2nd down. Adams looking. Adams throws. Caught by Cruz. And Colt Cruz to the 39. A gain of 6. Be a 1st down for Denver. They stay in the hurry up. 1:07 and counting. Adams in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Adams looking. Adams throws. Caught by Cruz. And Cruz down to the 30. A gain of 9. It'll be making a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Down to 52 seconds. Adams under center. They'll probably spike it. He does. With 48 seconds left. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Broncos down by 4. They need a touchdown. On 3rd and 2 from the 30-yard line. Adams in the gun. Adams looking. Throws. Caught by Lattimore. And Lattimore down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 6. That'll be a 1st down. Broncos stay in the hurry up. Adams under center. He'll probably spike it again. He does. And stops the clock with 33 seconds left. The Broncos have moved it down to the Carolina 24-yard line. 33 seconds remain. The Broncos need a touchdown. A field goal does them no good here. They're down by 4. 2nd and 10 from the Panther 24. Broncos again. No timeouts. Adams draws back. Adams steps up. And he gets sacked back at the 28. A loss of 4 yards by Gates. Martin Gates. It'll be 3rd and 14 back at the 28. 18 seconds. 4 wide. Adams back. Adams throws. Caught by Gable. Benjamin Gable to the 20. They're out of timeouts. They got to get up here. 5 seconds. This is ball game. They got to get the snap off. Adams looking. Throws into a crowd. Bouncing around. Incomplete. Panthers win it. Your final score, Carolina 20, Denver 16. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Rams 49ers up next.